Hi everyone, I'm Sal Johnson. I'm the editor and publisher of GolfObserver.com. And with me is Dave Seanor. Hey Dave, how are you doing?
Hello Sal, good to see you.
Good to see you. What an exciting final round of the Masters. Didn't you think that the roars finally came back and things were kind of back to what we're used to at Augusta?
Oh, no question about it. You know, on my way over to the golf course this morning, I saw something that I haven't seen in 13 previous visits here. And that was ticket sellers who were out there on the streets hawking badges, and they were going for $250. Now, usually in years past, you were having sellers trying to buy tickets from people, and then they were turning around and selling them for as much as $5,000 when Tiger was in the hunt. So this was a little bit different. They blamed it on the economy, but part of it was, Tiger presumably not being in the hunt. But anyhow, the folks that shelled out the $250 certainly got their money's worth.
Well, you have to admit, the start, Mickelson, Woods, the excitement, they both had terrible tee shots on the first hole. Mickelson shooting 30 on the front side. It just fabulous, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, that jazzed everybody up, including Cabrera and Perry and Chad Campbell. There's no question. They saw what was going on out there. They see the golf course can be had, which it could today.
Well, and then, Mickelson had it rolling, and unfortunately he hit it in the water on number 12 and made bogey, and then he missed a couple of little putts coming in. He should have made eagle at 15, really short putt that he missed, and then he missed another putt for birdie at 17. But you know what? He came real close.
Oh, yeah, and it certainly has to buoy him because he got the better of Tiger in the head-to-head match. That doesn't happen very often, and it sort of validates what he's been saying all along and how well he's been playing, how well he's been driving the ball and everything. So again, it's just another kind of example how guys are sort of are coming at Tiger, and maybe that whole intimidation factor isn't what it used to be.
Well, Tiger went in and he bogeyed 17 and bogeyed 18, and that pretty much could put his chances of doing it. 17's really been an Achilles heel for him. He's bogeyed at 5 out of the 8 last final round. So still, that Tiger's going to be in the rest of the majors at Bethpage and Turnberry and Hazeltine.
Oh, absolutely, but let's not discount the guy who just put the green jacket on. I mean, Cabrera, the guy, he's somebody that I've really picked in Masters pools for the last 7 or 8 years, something like that, because he's just got a tailor-made game for this place, and he showed it. He did it.
Well, he came over here and he finished 9th in 2001 and then tied for 10th in 2002. And we all thought he was going to be really good too. And we haven't seen much of him. All of a sudden he wins the U.S. Open and we're thinking, gosh, this guy is, just a world beater. But we haven't seen much, of him. He's only won twice since the victory.
Yeah, I think he had a little bit of a major championship hangover. I think he probably took it. I don't know that he took it easy.
Not a hangover. he had a good time having big steaks and a lot of red wine.
Well, and then he quit smoking. That could be a problem too.
Well, not only that, he went back to the long putter. Now, it's not the long putter that we're all used to. It's kind of the semi-long putter. He used that same putter to win the 2005 BMW PGA Championship, which is, the premier of that on the European Tour.
Right, at Wentworth.
At Wentworth. But, you have to give this guy credit because he really has some game, winning 2 times and both of them majors on the PGA Tour.
Well, come on. When he hit it behind the tree on the last hole, everybody figured he's toast. And then he comes out, makes a very clutch putt to save the par, and forced the playoff. What more do you want?
Well, he also had a little bit of a break because of the fact that we all, gave up on him. He bogeyed 10. And he was 3 back, and he's playing with Kenny Perry, and the two of them are on 13th hole, and they both hit the green in 2, and Perry missed about 3 or 4 footer. He ran his first putt by. He says that's, the start. That was the worst thing he could have done. And, quite frankly, he lost it while, Cabrera played terrific. He made birdies at 15, he made birdies at 16, and he just kind of held in there and just waited for the cards to fall.
Oh, absolutely. But, you can, I guess you can argue that Perry blew the Masters. But and if that is the case, do you think he's going to recover?
Well, he's 48 years old. He looked really, really painful, during the interview and
You
felt
thought
really
so?
bad. It's what?
You thought so?
Well, I'd be painful too. And he admitted he doesn't have much more time to do things along those lines. When will the next time that he'll get in that position? And he was in such good position to win the whole thing. Just think about it. You just go par bogey or bogey par and you win by a shot, and he went bogey bogey, and then he wasn't very impressive in the playoff.
Well, I kind of thought he was surprisingly upbeat in the media interview. I mean, he says,
Well,
"Hey,
he's
if
an
this
upbeat
is
person.
well, yeah," he says, "if this is the worst thing that happened to me, then I'm fine with that." Yeah, I agree with you. His days are numbered as far as how often he's going to be in contention in a major. But I think this guy still has what it takes to win. I think he's got a great perspective about where this is in the grand scheme of things. I'm not going to write him off for the rest of the other majors this year.
Quite frankly, I think we're going to see in the next couple of months. He plays very well at Colonial. He plays very well at Muirfield for the Memorial. If he plays well there and maybe gets into contention or wins or something like that, maybe we'll think Bethpage, hey, here's Kenny Perry and he can win again. But, quite frankly, I think it's very important. I did a little research and I went back in playoff history of the majors. And I went all the way back to the 1989 British Open.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Norman lost to Mark Kakavecchia. He is the last person, and that's 20 playoffs in majors, and he was the last guy to lose in a playoff that came back and won a major championship.
Wow.
So I just think look at it out there, the landscape. You got the Chris DeMarcos and the Bob Mays, and you have a lot of people out there, including Mike Donald and players like that.
Yeah, but
they just become casualties.
Kenny Perry's a much more accomplished player than any of those guys. I think he's still going to get that major before all is said and done.
I only think he has about 8 or 10 or maybe 12 really good opportunities, so we'll see.
Well, he's going to seize one.
One thing, Chad Campbell, what do you think about what he did?
Oh, just a little bit of bad luck there. I expect, he's a young guy. He'll bounce back. I don't think we have the same issues that we're talking about with Perry there.
And the Roars. You think the Roars are back at Augusta? Or
absolutely.
Just one of these freaky things because we had 4 days of brilliant weather.
Oh, the weather was important, sure, but I think bigger than that, Chairman Billy Payne and the powers that be there are setting the course up to be to produce the Roars, to be more playable for these guys, and they're investing a lot of money in TV and internet and things like that, and it doesn't do any good to invest that money if you're not putting some entertainment out there. And birdies and eagles make for entertainment.
Dave, agree with you. They're really doing a lot of things to make the Masters different, a lot of fun and things like that. It was a great week. I had a great week. Glad to see you again. Not many places where we could be together.
Yep, it was terrific. It was a great show, and I am looking forward to Bethpage.
Take care.
See ya.